这屁股臭呢，臭的，把人小的给我扔出去。唉。
OK。
我操！
你把这小能烦死。
直播呢？直播呢？
我在看。
啊，好的。哇，我真的吐了，这他妈东西在哪里啊？
今天是英文复盘。
哦，西巴 kissing。
哦，西巴，我听不懂怎么办呢？
来上了一天课，下午还要来英文复盘。哎，
太真实了。
Alright。
其实我觉得听英文复盘比听中文复盘要轻松，因为800能够说的脏话更少一些。
确实。
我应该很少说脏话吧？复盘的时候。
啊，是吗？我怎么不知道？
没有，开玩笑的，开玩笑的。
哎呀，作业这就
release
了，我真是服了。
混凝土。
也 release 作业呀。
看不看得到？
看到了。
Alright, Cherry, can you see this? Okay, let me adjust your volume. Yes.
学好什么话？大秦话，这不是陕西话。
好了，复盘了。It's time to do the review. So, for Legion, I guess, I will talk about the first team fight first. So, when we met the first time, we suggest two situations when they are choosing this comp. That is, if they go brawl, like if they TP point, or the second condition is like they didn't TP point, they choose to go like dive. They go like Wrecking Ball and Tracer or Winston Tracer, something like this. So I have two conditions to face. First time is if they go TP point, I guess we need to go back and switch. We need to switch our Echo to Farah, and we need to switch our break to Mercy. So next time we will go break and we'll go TP point. We'll go break and TP. And if we found the TP point, they choose go Symmetra and TP point, we will switch our Echo to Farah. And just wait. If they don't TP point, they go like similar comps like us. If they go dive, no matter they go ball, tracer, or sombra, we'll play left side. We always play left side. Always play left side. That means when you go first fight, our backline move to this room with some mega packs, and our backline, our Zen and Break play here, and our tracer is like playing here. Our boys playing main or point. I suggest we all move here at the first time, and if their backline moves here, it's like the best position we can fight, because our backline has best online upside. You can focus on the if their backline goes high ground, we can dive to their high ground. If their backline goes to the mega, we can dive to the mega. We can dive to the mega, and if their backline goes here, like the situation you met yesterday, we can still dive here. So we always move to this room, move to this mega pack room, always at the first fight. And in order to enable our backline to have the best position, the best position, except they TP point. If they TP point, we just move forward. So that's the first fight positioning. We always move here and dive whichever position their backline is. If they have high ground, we dive high ground. If they are mega, we dive mega. If they are in the room, we can dive room, because every position, these three positions, our backline can see them. They can put on Discord and shots on them, and it's also close enough for our break to do the whip shot and have value, I guess. So every time we just move here. If you found that, if our tracer or ball found that they're not going here and they're like doing TP point, we just go back and switch. We switch our break to Mercy and switch our Echo to Farah. So that's a switch point, and we keep our Zen and ball and Diva. That's it. 如果是你们两个踢的话，那你们就是星星加球出门的，就是球换 Diva， 反正。就是这个就是这个情形，如果你跟他打，或者是球 Diva 出门，就让锤妹和 Echo 换就好。So the main point of this positioning is we don't care about the point first. We care about the whole area outside of the point. So we need to keep our positioning here, and in order to win the fight outside of the point, so that's the positioning. That's the purpose of the positioning. We don't care about the point. We even we can let them take the point, but we need to win the fight outside of the point. Like if their tracer and ball take the point, we just let them take it. But we need to kill their backline outside of it. And after we win the fight outside, we kill their backline and win the fight outside. Then we go push point. So that's the main purpose. But if the enemy team are TP point, after we go back to switch, our backline can push to like here, our Zen can push to like here, and our Diva staying with Zen. Our Farah and Mercy are pushing here. Farah and Mercy are pushing here. It's not Echo, it's Farah. Mercy and Farah. Where's Farah, by the way? Mercy and Farah pushing here. Our tracer is going like here, and our ball can diving with tracer. So we are pushing from the three angles: first angle, second angle, third angle, and their backline is supposed to be here. The backline is supposed to be here, and you can find their backline, dive to their backline, and also you don't need to rush. Like if they are TP point, they have a bunch of heals, and their tanks are like have a bunch of shields, which you need to play slow to first like do their damage and build up your ults. That's the point. You need to if you find a chance to kill their backline, if their backline is like here, it's a best dive target. Our tracer and ball and Farah can dive to him at the first time. That's a chance. But if they are like not playing buff, like playing Moria, maybe all you need to do is to play slow, and build up your ults. And our tanks, our Diva and ball can contest point. After ball can contest point first, maybe, and then Diva, and then ball can get out and have the packs, and after Diva out, ball can go in again. So that when the tanks are contesting points, our DPS are building out and finding a chance to kill their backline. So that's the main point. Tanks just need to play slow and stay alive. Play slow and stay alive. If they are like running Moria and some backline that is hard to kill, main point is play slow and stay alive. So if our tanks Diva and ball can stay alive long enough, our Farah and Tracer can always find chance to kill the backline and to do enough damage to tanks. That's the point. If they are TP point. So we always move to this mega pack room at the first fight, because this is the best position to control the whole area outside, whole area here. That's the best positioning for our backline. But if there are tipping point, our backline can just move forward here. So that's a better position, of course. That's a two condition of this map, I guess, for the night market. And for this map, the positioning is our tracer needs to. So that's the point. It's kind of difficult because he's not here, but our tracer need to go here and positioning like here and waiting for our front line. Like if you are going ball, whether or not you are going ball or Winston, you should be like around this corner here, and their backline is supposed to be here on the bridge. And when our tracer call the target on the bridge, it is early enough to dive them, I guess. But if their ball dive to us first, maybe we need to deal with their ball first. But if we can dive first, then we just dive first. So there's still two conditions. Most of the teams, I suppose, most of the teams will go through the bridge instead of go to the rooms. So that is our positioning. Our positioning is still to fight at the bridge and fight at the area outside of the point here. We're supposed to fight here and here. If we can dive first, we just dive to the bridge first. If we cannot dive first, or we got dive first, like their ball is moving, maybe they have a Sombra or something that can positioning faster than us. They have a Sombra and they have a ball, and they can dive to us first, and we maybe deal with their front line first, and then still our tracer can call target, and we go to their Anna or McCree or whatever their backline is. The backline is always here. If they're moving to the room, it's a similar idea. If we win the first fight and they are recontesting, I guess most of the teams will go to the room and their backline is here, so we can actually start a fight here. The point is, if we win the first fight, our backline will be here, our Zen will be here, and our tracer will be along the river, and our echo will be in the sky like here. So if we start fight at this area, whether or not they are going bridge or going inside the room, they will move through this area. Most of the teams will move through this area. Maybe some team will go through the room starting here, but most of the teams will went through this area, and we can actually start a fight here. So the point is, our tracer and our diva can start a fight here. And still in this area, our echo, our Zen have a very good line of sight here. So it's still a positioning to fight. And if they successfully got in, they're moving to the room and they successfully got in, we can still get out. It's a safe position to get out. You have a rock here and you have a mega pack here. Also, our tracer can just use record, and our ball can surely get out. There's no punishment for engaging here. So this is one of the best points to engaging. And you always will try to engage here. If they are going bridge, you can also engage here. It's a similar idea. And if they are going to the room, you can still engage here. And if the first hard engage doesn't kill anyone, you just get out. You can just get out and set up your next defending point, the next engage point, which is here. This is the next engage point, and the next engage point we need to kind of play slow. That means we need to let their because we are holding the point. We win the first fight and we are holding the point. We can just wait for their front line to push, like their ball and diva. We can wait for their backline front line to push, and if they are not pushing hard enough, like if they are only doing soft engaging, their ball and tracer are doing soft engaging, we just pressure them first and push them away, push their front line away. If they're hard engaging, like their diva diving with their ball or they're running Winston, their front line just hard engaging. We can then go through the choke and dive into their backline here, whether or not they are in the room. We're going here. That's the point. We don't need to play too fast if they are not hard engaging. Like if they are just soft engaging, and we are running ball, we are running diva, and we are running Zen. Our Zen won't have a very good line of sight if you play inside the room, so we don't need to hard engaging until they are hard engaging. Their diva are running to the front line, so their Zen will only have the protection of Mercy or Break. That's a timing when we are going hard engaging. But otherwise, we can just play point and we can just stall the point. We can just play here and their Zen don't have a good line of sight. If they are hard engaging us, then our Zen have a very good line of sight to them, to their front line. So that's the point, is to play slow. I guess there's maybe sometimes we need to play fast, like if they have EMP or they have other very hard engaging outs like Graviton, then maybe you need to push first. Then you need to hard engaging first. Our tracer don't have to play safe. She need to like play here, and we need to hard engaging into the room. Otherwise, we will be hard engaging with their EMP or with their Graviton. So that depends on the outs kind of. But for most times, you just need to play slow and wait for their backline, their front line to hard push, and then we hard push back. We hard push back. That's the point. So that's a second engaging point. So when you are doing the defending fight, you are defending the point. You always like tend to do the fights here and tend to do the fights here. They are the kind of best positioning. And when you are trying to recontest the point, like you lost the first fight, and we are running back, we need to always go here and don't go bridge. Always go here. And the point here is to play slow. That is our front line always help our back line, our diva, except I guess except our ball and tracer. Well, wanted to flanking around, but our diva always play with our backline. And send them to the point. Our backline will need to play here, at least here, and maybe play at the point. The point, even if our Zen or playing at the point is a better positioning to play back in the room, because play back in the room, you will get separated with front line. You are separated with the diva, and you will still get dived by the tracer. If you play in the point or at the near here, even though you will still get pressured by their tracer and their ball, but you will have protection with our diva. So that's the point, to play slow and push slow to send our backline to the near point. And for our front line, you can just always do the soft engaging. No need to hard engage, cause diva are not here. And always do the soft engage. You're just frustrating their backline, just frustrating, and no need to hard engage to just do the pile driver and call the dive. There's no need. You just keep rolling around and frustrating them. That's the point, I guess, to play slow. If we are re-engaging, just play slow. All right, and for the control point, you are running Zarya, and I suppose we don't need to run Zarya. We can still run Ball and run Pharah, counter their comps instead of mirror comps. That is my point of view, is that Pharah is still good at this map and still good to countering their Brawl comps, which is always have like Mei or Sim or Junkrat. It is okay to play mirror comps, but I suggest you playing counter comps like you're playing Ball and Pharah, which is a similar idea as Night Market. Our Pharah and Mercy playing here, our Zen playing here, Pharah playing here. Pharah can play actually closer, but our Zen is here. Our backline stays here. If we have Pharah and our Tracer and Ball are going here, I guess. Going inside the room to check their comps, whether or not they are going live or if they are going Brawl. And still we have a D.Va. And the main point is still similar with Night Market. That is, our tanks just play safe and stay alive, I guess. Play safe and stay alive. So that means you don't need to do the pile driver, which is risky. Just rolling around and stay alive to contest the point. And our Pharah and Tracer or Pharah and Sombra will always find a chance to do enough damage and to kill that backline maybe, but for our tanks is to stay alive and contest the point. Yeah, that's the point, I guess. If we are recontest the point, like if we are losing the first fight, we still move the same position. We send our backline to the cliff. Send our backline to the cliff. And if their comps are holding at this choke, our Ball and Tracer can go contest the point and force them to go back, and then our backline can go push through the choke, this choke and get to the cliff, I guess. So that's the main point for re-engaging. And for if we win the first fight, we're holding the point. There's no need to holding at this choke. There's no need to holding at this choke. We are holding at this choke. Holding at this choke. And for the tanks, still similar idea. Play safe, and to contest the point, our Pharah and Tracer will do enough damage and find enough chance to kill them. That's the point, is to play safe. Play safe. Alright. What about any other questions about this map?
Me
Any
no
other questions?
English.
What?
没事。
没有问题吗？
没有啊。
Questions? No questions. Alright.
复习。
Let me see. Rialto. Oh, there's Rialto. Rialto's here. Rialto, I will do the attack first. For attack. For attack, there's, I guess, two main points on the first point. The first hard fight is this choke, I guess. This choke, this corner, and the second hard fight is at the end. So we'll talk about the first choke. The first point is also similar idea. Send our backline to a good position. That is, send our Zen, or if we have like an Ashe, send them to here. Send them here. So the first fight will or maybe start at the high ground. If the enemy defending team are hard holding the high ground, we need to dive to the high ground first and clear the high ground, I guess. Clear the high ground here. And we should be able to do it easily because we have ball and we have diva. And this high ground is not actually good enough for the defending side, so and most of the teams doesn't hold this close, so we can easily take the high ground to send our backline to the high ground. And after our backline is sending to the high ground, it is our time to do the hard engage. That is, first, help them to the high ground, and second, our ball and tracer need to do a very fast positioning. That is like our ball need to go going a whole way to their backline, like here, and our tracer or Sombra, similar idea, playing with ball and you positioning together to kind of like this high ground, and then this is a position like you go dive to the backline here, or whether if their backline are like high ground here, you can just starting dive to them, and our backline can also have the line of sight to shoot at them. We put the discord on them. So after our backline has this positioning, it's really good for the first point. We can dive to their backline here or here or here, because our backline line of sight is very much better actually, and our front line can easily dive to them if you are doing this positioning. And also the point is you need to play together, Tracer and Boar, or Sombra and Boar. You need to play together because maybe their Tracer or their Sombra are playing very defensively. They are holding at this turtle. They are holding at this mega pack along the river. So if you are playing alone, you may be stopped by their Tracer and Sombra. But if you are playing together, you can maybe break them. You can maybe go through them or pass through them or actually fight them. And that is the point. Send our front line to this high ground, and then you go deep dive. You go really deep, position yourself really deep, and dive to wherever their backline is. So that is the point. And for the last point of the here, for the choke here. For the choke here is we need to still do the similar thing, that is send our backline to the high ground. If we send our backline to their high ground, the defending side high ground backline will be really uncomfortable. Like their Ana is here, or is their Zen is here. Their line of sight is much worse than our line of sight. So first, send our backline to the high ground and go pressure their high ground. We don't need to fight at the point. We don't need to fight at the point. We don't play at the point. We play at the bridge, actually. So we take fight at the bridge to kill their backline first, and then we clear the point. That is the point. Fight at the bridge, go to their backline, and then go back. That is the point. If they are all like holding at the point, they have like Brig or Moria, something like that. If they are all holding at the point, I guess we need to maybe switch up the comps if you find it hard to break, like they are playing like Ryan Zarya, something, and maybe our Tracer can switch to Vara, and we just hard poking them. We take high ground and hard poking them. If you find it hard to break at the last point here, you can just switch up comps and hard poking them. If they are all playing close. If they are all playing close, we just hard poking them. That is the point. So first point, high ground is the essential point. Our backline of Zen, our Ashe or McCree, or even Soldier, we all need to send them to the high ground, help them get the high ground. And I guess it will be an easy win. Yeah, it will be an easy win. for the second point. The second point is I first suppose you are losing the first fight. You are losing the first fight at the second point. So their backline is holding at the high ground here, like their Widow or Ashe. They're holding here. Sorry. Widow Ashe, they are holding here. They're holding at this high ground, and still we are doing the our front line is doing the similar positioning. That is, you are going here, and our Sombra will going with you here. And the different point between the second point and the first point is that this bridge is too long to go across. So you might need to switch up comms, like switching up your D.Va to like Sigma, or if they are not hard poking enough, if they are not running Ashe, they are running like Genji Tracer or Echo and Tracer, maybe we can still stay D.Va. But if they have a really hard, really strong hit scan like an Ashe or maybe Widow or maybe McCree, our backline is really hard to get through this bridge, and maybe we need a Sigma, and we need to steal our front line to do the soft engage, kind of like at the Legion Tower. Our front line do the soft engage to just try to disturb them, try to disturb their backline, and that is the point our backline can push through the bridge with a Sigma shield or with a D.Va matrix. That is the point. We just soft engage, and help our backline to get through it. And we also need we may need a hit scan like Widow, or we may need a Ashe to deal with their hit scan. So first point, we may play Tracer, and like if we have a hit scan, then we keep our hit scan. But if we are running like Echo on the first plane, maybe our Echo will need to switch to hit scan to deal with these high ground players. That is the point. Still, front line, keep alive, soft engaging, keep alive, and just disturb them. And main purpose is to help our backline to get through it. And get through to the room here, the room inside or the room here at the stairs. That is the point. Alright. So for the second point, if you lose the first fight, you will need to retake the high ground. But if you win the first fight, like you need to hold this high ground. If you win the first fight, then our backline should be at the high ground. Our backline, the point is Wrecking Ball and Tracer or Echo, they need to push the payload. Payload is here. Wait. Yeah, payload is here. The Wrecking Ball and Tracer need to push the payload, and you need to get our backline positioning first. Our backline need to get this position, get the high ground position first, and the Wrecking Ball and D.Va might need to push the payload. That is the point. Still, our backline positioning is always a priority. If they can't get the high ground, help them get the high ground. If they can get the high ground, then just let him take it. Except maybe they are running Brawl, like they're running Ryan Zarya, or I don't know, they're running Zarya, they're running Brig. Maybe Winston Zarya is just the more common comps now. Winston Zarya, and they have a Brig. They are hard pushing high ground. They won't let you take it. And we are running like Tracer and Ball. We cannot always contest the high ground with their Brawl comps. Then our Zen might need to play low ground. We just can't take it. We just can't take it. It's too hard. Otherwise, we may always let our Zen take the high ground. Otherwise, we always let him take the high ground. Except they are like hard pushing it with a broad comp, It's too hard for our Zen or for our whole team to hold the high ground. We need to play far away from them. Yeah. Alright, so key idea for the second point is still high ground contesting. Let our backline get the high ground. And if our backline is like have this angle to shoot, it's a really good line of sight here. And then we can always start the fight early. At this corner. Instead of start a fight at this area, we can start the fight at this corner. So that is the point of taking the high ground. If we are like losing the first fight and pushing payload here, and our Zen is at the high ground, they are recontesting the high ground. They're running Winston's area, recontesting the high ground, and our Zen just get off, push the payload to this corner. Our Wrecking Ball and Diva push the payload to this corner. So now they are taking the high ground, and our Zen is like high ground here at the room here. It is a time to use your ult if you have, to start the fight at the long stairs, and let our Zen play at this area. Instead of the high ground, our Zen need to play at this area. So still, Ball and Tracer or Sombra play safe, disturb their backline, and our Zen so our Zen can move to this point, move to this point, and this is a kind of risky play, which means our Zen may get dived by their Winston or get dived by their Ball, but I guess it will be okay because you have a Mega Pack here, and our Diva and our Mercy or our Brig need to help our Zen to get to this area and play with this Mega, and you have like 2 boxes here to help you hide. You will be good, I guess. Our backline will be good, and at the same time, our frontline will start the fight here. And it is, I guess, this is a really good positioning for Diva bombs and for Wrecking Ball outs. This is a really good position because they are like all playing on the stairs and stick together. So Diva bombs and Wrecking Ball mines and EMP post bomb are all good. I guess all good. So at this corner, if our payload stuck at this corner, then need to get to this area, and our backline need to start the fight on the stairs, and force them down to the low ground. Force their Ana, their Zarya, whatever their backline, off the stairs to the low ground, get to our Zen's line of sight, and still this will be a good fight. Alright, and the second point is a similar problem. After this corner, you will fight at the last point, I guess. They will still do the recontesting. That is the time for our Zen to play at this corner. So our Zen can take the stairs, and if we have Ashe or we have like McCree or anything, we have a Widow, our backline should be here, and we should start the fight early. Start the fight at this corner. And at this point, there's no need. Our Tracer and Wrecking Ball, there's kind of no need to dive to their backline. You can still do the soft engage, like you constantly boop them and frustrating them, but you need to play safe because there's maybe no one to follow you. There's more play you can do is like to play here and try to boop their frontline back and kill their frontline, because our backline line of sight is like here, and they can only go to their frontline instead of the backline. So if you are harassing their backline, it's kind of far away. So just play safe. and there's no need to do the hard engage here. So pile driver here to the Ana or to the Zen here is kind of risky because no one can follow up you. We are fighting at this area. Most of us are fighting at this area. You need to just harassing them, boop them, and shoot at them. No need to pile driver to do the hard engage. That is the point. Alright, so second point is most likely if you are winning, most likely just 2 fights. First fight at this corner, and second fight at this corner. So, and for the last point is the most hardest part is to how to break this choke. How to break this choke? I suppose their backline is here or here. So it depends. If their backline is here, then our ball and tracer maybe go to this side, go to the upper side. Wait, where is my ball? Our ball is here. And we have our tracer or Sombra here. You go this far away, you're really positioning yourself very deep, and to their backline here. And still, if their Ana stays here or Zen stays here, then you go this way and get to him. Just choose from the 2 passes. Consider their backline position. And when you are starting harassing their backline, our front line can push hard enough. That is, if they're Ana or Zen or like I don't know Widow or McCree playing alone, you two can just hard engage him and kill him. If they are playing together, like they're Ana playing with Break or they're Ana playing with Break and McCree, it is very hard to do the hard engage and kill them. The point is to still do the soft engage. It's just to boop them and stay alive. Boop them and stay alive, harassing the backline, and at the same time our front line can push hard enough to do a hard push. And I guess it is a point where we don't need a diva. We are pushing the whole payload through 2 points with a diva, but I guess at this point we need to switch off our diva to the Zarya to maybe win the frontline war faster. And yeah, that is kind of the point. Also, if they are running like a big shield, if they're running Orisa or Sigma or Reinhardt, like if they're running Reinhardt, and we are doing the soft engaging in the backline, we can't hard engage in the front line, then we need to change our like duty. Our ball don't need to harass the backline. Our ball need to hard engage in the front line, and we only send our Sombra or Tracer to harass their backline. And at the same time, our ball can just hard engage to the front line. If they are running Brawl, they're running like drawing Zarya, a Reaper, or Mei, or Symmetra, or Torb, or something like this. They're running Brawl, and it's really hard to break through the front line. I guess we need to switch off Ball. We need to switch off Ball and Diva. We need to get to Ryan Zarya, because last point map is really hard to go dive, and yeah, it's really hard to go dive. I guess just switch off. So that is attack on the Rialto. And I guess based on the attack points, you can kind of understand how you should defend. That is still, don't let the enemy team easily take the high ground. If their backline getting to the high ground, dive to them. We can let them have it first. Like they're then holding it. We can let them have it, but we need to prepare to dive him. We can let their Zen and then their McCree get to it first. they can stay here at the point first, but our like Sombra, our Tracer, and our Ball should be ready. Our Diva should be ready to contest them here anytime, any point. Should be ready to contest the high ground. So for the defending point, still the similar idea. Don't let the enemy team take the high ground easily. And this is similar. Don't let him take it easily. You need to clear the high ground first, and then fight at the point. Clear the high ground. Also for the defending side, maybe our Tracer or Sombra or Ball can play defensively. If they are hard diving, if they are running Ball and Tracer, they are positioning like here. They are doing the similar positioning from our attack. We need to play like our Sombra and Tracer can holding at this channel, holding at this area to stop their flanking here, and our Ball maybe you can still playing with Tracer to holding at this area, because this area is like if you hold at this point, you're holding a big mega pack for the flankers, and also even you are defending, you can push through this area and harass the enemy from enemy backline, which may stay here. So if you are holding like here, holding at this area, you will be able to defend and maybe attack. So this is a two-way. Just play defensively. That is a style of play defensively. But if you find that there's no need to play defensively, like they're running Zarya and they're running Ryan Zarya, or they're running double shield, there's no need to play defensively. Then we simply need to position ourselves very aggressive, like positioning ourselves here, or we have a wrecking ball, we're positioning our wrecking ball here or here. We're just hard diving them at this area again and again, just hard diving their backline. If they have a McCree or Anna or something like this, just hard diving him. So there's two kind of style based on their comps. If they are playing like Ryan Zarya or some slow compositions, we can dive harder. And if they are running diving, we can play defensively. Yeah, that is for our front line. For the second point, still similar ideas. High ground. Just don't let their backline take the high ground. And if our backline can take the high ground, it's much better. And let our backline take the high ground, start a fight at the bridge. Start the fight always at the bridge. When they're Anna, when they're Zen, they're McCree trying to cross the bridge. Start the fight there. Just start it here. I don't know. I think it is kind of similar ideas for all this map. Just contest the high ground. We can let them take it. We can, if we are losing the fight, like for the second point, if we are losing the fight, we can let their backline to take the high ground first. But when we are retaking the point, we need a wrecking ball to contest them, at least harassing them. And at the same time, when our wrecking ball or when our tracer are harassing their backline, we're just hard engaging the front line. Kind of all kind of similar idea. It is whether or not to hard engaging or soft engaging. But the same idea is always to engage. You always need to engage in the backline. Just play safe or play aggressive, depending on the enemy team positioning and enemy team comps also. If their positioning is really safe, the Zen is standing with a break. There's no need to hard engage. The point is just to play safe and keep harassing him. You're like 1v2, and then our front line can push harder. they are not playing safe, like their Zen is playing alone here, or playing alone with Tracer, with a Widow, or with a McCree, their Brick is fighting at the front line. It's a point hard engage. It's a point hard engage. Just two different engage ways. Yeah. All right. Any other questions for Rialto? Questions? Boys, any other questions?
I'm good.
No questions. We'll do the board review.
还有就是那个，不是，就你2楼出来那个高台，其实感觉好像打的时候也没有必要非要站，因为你在论在那个高台的时候，其实不是最安全的。我感觉拉到左边那个大雪包和船那块相对来说还好打一点，因为你在那个高台，对，在高台的时候其实非常容易被这个出门，因为这个对面这个2楼和右边这个小房间的长枪拉出来打，我感觉站那风险其实挺大的，打完GG8还有自己打排位手。而且我发现拉到左边的时候，对面不好过来，而且对面其实如果是走船这块的话，他的后排是很难给他资源的，因为那有好几个这个墙给他挡着。然后我们的人可以，其实相对来说这边，就是我站在这个船这边相对来说安全点，而且可以打更多伤害，而且资源也给的更足，而且掩体也多。
你觉得你站在船这边，就站在这儿比站在左边比站在上面能打？
对，因为打上面的时候，我有时候如果对面那个来跳我的话，我有时候往下跳来不及，或者就是被长枪 poke 一下，再一跳我就死了。这样打是这种感觉，就这块我就感觉这个就是站得很不放心。就长枪也有掩体，长枪那个二楼左边右边都可以拉，小房间也可以拉，我就有时候不太敢站到2楼。如果对面有那种长枪的话，比如说艾什黑白和麦克雷那种，我都不太好站。
那我觉得
我
觉得是前排的问题啊。如果前排是应该看住这种位置的。Our front line needs to watch out for their hit scan like McCree or Widow to picking from this angle, which may be dangerous for our backline. 这是前排应该看住的位置。这种位置应该是前排应该看住的。Diva 应该看住这种位置，可能让他从这上面露头。如果对面有黑百合这种东西，那我觉得你，但是你说有麦克雷什么的，那前排应该第一时间找他，就不可能给他就是给对面什么麦克雷、艾什点你的机会，这是不应该的，就这个意思。然后如果你觉得你说在下面的是打在后面还是打在这边啊？打船这边啊？
船这边我可以对面后排，因为对面这个后排其实一般会站在小通道，我站在后排这块很容易抽到对面后排。
OK， 那我觉得这个打法，这个就是属于这个打得很激进，就比在这要激进，因为就在这最简单的，你很容易被锤子找或者被。
就这边找的话，就感觉就是跳的多一点，但这边高台就是长枪和跳可能都能看得见。
是的，就是你在这儿可能会被球和 Tracer 找，但是你在这儿就是被长枪打。
对，主要是有个问题是，你看其实他们一般打的时候，对面的辅助返场一般不会去上这个2楼的，因为这个2楼一被上的话，肯定要被赶。他们有的时候会贴这个小通道，就下面这个小隧道的这个边打。是这样的，所以在这边就经常我感觉能抽到对面后排，就没有对面也没在。不会感觉到人会走到这边来那个啥，
是
就感觉把这边罩着压力大一点。
这个就是最激进的位置，我觉得你说的没错啊，这边是可以直接打到这边所有的人，但是就很激进。如果你想这样打，那反正就看对面阵容吧。我觉得如果对面阵容他比如有个球什么 somewhere 这种东西，那我觉得你还是打的高台。如果说对面是你说比如对面什么有2把长枪这种，那我觉得你在下面打没什么。还是得看对面阵容，就如果他有球有3把这种的，你在这下面就太容易被 dive 到，然后太容易死了，就是有这种感觉。GA 阵容还有吗？没有的话，我就看录像了啊。
看吧。
For the review. Alright, Legion Tower, you are running brawl, holding its choke, which is really good.
No.
你们觉得漓江塔要扶吗？漓江塔你们有 James 在场，还有一个人在玩狂鼠。
James 还是瞧不起狂鼠。不过我感觉，如果是视讯，
你声音好小，你声音巨小，我完全听不见你说话。
我说，如果是视讯，大家都抱着那种是英雄不是打章法的话，还是看他们个人吧。反正我也没上场。
确实。我们可以复盘讲一下里奥尔托吧。Go Rialto first, I guess. Okay, we are running defending. First point. And we are playing aggressive. Playing aggressive. Alright, that is the point our Tracer didn't follow up for our ball. 就直播团已经开到场这边了，然后我们的 Tracer 在打别人。Stay together. Our backline needs to stay together. Our Tracer is not follow up. Doesn't do the follow up. This Zen can die if you dive quite quick enough, I guess. He's still pretty low now, but it's a good engage, but doesn't follow up. No one follow up. Pretty good engage. Now we do the soft reset. So at this point, our backline need to get up here, get up to this high ground. All right. When we are doing this, when we are doing soft reset, we should go through the stairs and go up here, I guess. Go up here. 你在这个高台上天使也有个支点，可以看到你可以飞上来。然后你在这个高台的一样的，对面一个 tracer 一个 ball， 你在地面上太容易被找了。那高台还稍微好一点，虽然也会被找，但是就你从前点这个高台下去之后，你下面要
前点下来就直接往后绕嘛。
对，直接往后绕，就直接往后绕。
可能是因为已经压到，我就直接跟他打了。我这波打完，我后几波是上去了。
对，就刚才断节奏的刚才节奏断了一波，就比如他把球撞下去那一波，你可以往上，就应该绕到这上面来了。就中间有一段时间是，就两边都没有在那个嘛，都没有在打团，那段时间应该上楼。
哦，对，我感觉这个昨天就是最后的那波，我到这个他们进攻最后，我被裂空杀了一次。我感觉好像有 bug， 就我完全听不见脚步声和那个裂空闪的声音，就一点都没听见。
那我不知道呀，
不知道，你大家可以看一下我的视角，看能不能听见。就我当时打的时候，真的一点都没听见，我一直在听声音，然后都听不到，不知道是什么问题。
只不过就是我们 backline 的位置可以更好一点，其他的还好。
我的。
毛妹也是的啊，你不应该守在地面上，你应该守在高台上。就是打完一波团，你应该去高台，都是一样的。
我不太好上去吧？
如果你会的话，你可以从这边走到这个高台，然后
我都知道。
而且刚才那波团打赢了，人都死完了，那你肯定是可以上去的。就你从这边上去走上去也可以。如果你说就是对面正面你怕被正面直接开，你从这边跳过去也是可以的，就你从这儿然后做这个过去也是可以的。
OK。
而且应该是不需要跳，我印象里面就路霸走这个就是都可以从这儿直接滑过去，反正，Our backline positioning is really bad. Really bad. We don't use any high ground. Don't use this high ground and don't use this high ground.像这种时间，那你肯定你走上那个高台都是足够的。
好。
Rolling Winston Diva。这个就打得太远了，就这个位置太远了，你应该是在这儿打，在这儿打，这个天使飞都飞不到你，就这个距离太远了。天使飞不了，你应该是在这个台子上。反正对面有没有黑白盒？
而且写的那个台子看不见。
妈的，这个台子也看不见。
那台子稍微好一点吧，你让他拿三角函数算一下。
妈的。Alright, why did we lose this fight? We start Bob early and we do engage, which is okay. Oh, wait, these mines are. I guess this is a mechanics problem, which is if you are flying too high end mines, your mines will be really spread up, Yeah, really spread out. That's the point why some of them fall into the water. I guess you didn't find the correct target. You didn't find the Zen, I guess. You are engaging on. You are trying to engage to the Ash, but I guess the first target is always a Zen. First target always Zen, and then maybe Ash, and then Mercy, and then maybe Winston or Diva. So Zen is always the first target. Also, the engage point is kind of too far away. You need to pay attention to our backline positioning. I mean, his positioning is bad here. But the good positioning is here. Zen should be playing here, so your engage point should be maybe at the high ground here, or at the low ground here, at the choke point. But this engaging point is too far away. If you are finding their Zen is like playing alone, you can just call target to the Zen and dive with the Tracer. But I mean, they're sticking together, and disengage, so it's kind of too far away. Their Zen is not playing alone, and our Zen is too far away, so should engage at this corner. After their front line, when they're Winston Diva pushing out, you can dive to their Zen. That is the point. This is a timing, I guess. This is a bad engage. Target is not good. Alright, and now we're这个就是你如果待在2楼，你就不会被这样 hard engage 了，你懂了吗？你就不会被挤到小房间里面，而你要往后退，你应该是就往这边退，而不是往左边退。就首先你应该在高台上，此次你应该往右边退，就这个意思。然后这波团就是这边在1拖3，然后反正就是分开来打嘛，然后打赢了，因为 Ash 没人管，也不算没人管吧，就是能力还不错。打太远了，我以为这是个啥了是？没有声音啊，它是一吨一吨的走的，所以就是没有声音。它是这样走的，所以就是没有声音的。这个不是 bug， 就是它一吨一吨的走，所以就没有声音。没了，我看一眼进攻。Yeah, that's what I mean. Like Tracer and Bonnie to play together, so our Tracer won't be harassing this hard by their ball. If you play together, you can just push to their Tracer and ball here. You will get through it. It won't be stopped by their ball and Tracer. Yes. Our Tracer just died. Wait, where's our Tracer? So this is not a good way to flank because you'll always be discovered. This is really too long for a tracer. You all need to go through here. Yeah. Just you have seen, you need to get to the high ground here, and this is a better position to do the flank. To flank a long way around, flank a long way around. If you are stopped, if you are stopped here by their ball and tracer, you just call your boss to fight with you here. Call the Zen help. You will get the heals from the Zen and the help from the ball, and you need to play here to get to the high ground and then dive to the Zen. So this is a bad flanking way. Yeah.
我当时以为我们就直接打正面了，
打正面就不管他们打不打正面，你不应该打正面。不是罗威的问题。我是不过就算烈风死了，那双方两边也就是互换烈风。这个时候应该要做的事情还是一样的，就是后排上2楼，麦克雷和和尚都应该从这上2楼，然后你们在这边打人，那这边打人，对面把这个前点高台直接放掉的，而不是你看现在就是走到前面去打，不是这样。这个麦克雷走位也有问题。
哎，我这波没上吗？
你没上啊，麦克你们都没上啊，就迪瓦帮你把高台清下来，然后你没上吗？
哦，对，可能这波是觉得先手把裂空杀了，说直接打，我就没上。
但是我们裂空也掉了。
后面上，那就是后面死的。我们裂空应该比对面晚死了那么3-4秒吧？
对啊，那个时候你应该上高台嘛。
啊，可能没反应过来。第一波还想的是就可以直接往上压了。
我就打不看一下下波头。Now we have 2 hit scans now. Oh. So you just like tracer, just like the tracer flanking, you need to you need to do the flank. You need to do the flank to engage instead of to the just direct engage.
That was really bad, yeah.
And also similar idea is flanking with the tracer. Flank together and you will be safe. Otherwise you are flanking alone. You maybe just stop by their tracer and ball. So play together and flanking from other side.
Burning them down. Sterben nicht. Adaptive circuits engage. Diva. Amplifying forward shield.
和尚在楼下被打死了。
Adaptive circuits engage. Diva.
哦，这波就是，就是刚才高台是没有人的，就对面高台，对面是没有人在上面，你可能是应该先保着他们走过来，然后再上去。
这个是我的问题，因为那个时候，Hugo 报后面有人的时候，我准备回头，就是回头的时候他已经不见了。
对，
就
而且你也没技能。那就是 really near the high ground，不过对面这波直接掉2个人。后头还打输了。
我在杀千使。
终于打了一波正常的塔，除了一开始球，这个也是一样的，然后这个时候去高塔。
Adaptive circuits engaged. Soldier 76. I've got you in my sights. Adaptive circuits engaged.
Get through this.
Soldier 76.
这波低瓦和合适应该都上高台。
我上去之前你就没了呀。
要推车，地瓦要推车。
那
但是这一波应该是一个先手核爆的机会。
这波我们是双 T 在推车啊。
我这波就是和尚如果上来的话，可能你也不会死。就他那个 Echo 不一定赶来起连。
也要上来，我感觉这个上来感觉会直接被跳死，这太近了吧？
不会，
就我可能还没落到，别人都已经返场了。
如果他是星星低爆的话，你可能被跳死，他就一个球 Echo 不会的，没有那么快死。这种死属于有点意外，好吧？就是一下子应该是被粘到了5个，要不然4个炸弹，还是挺少见的。就你提前上来的话，他这段路非常难走啊，就对面这段路非常难走啊，就这个意思。然后有一样的核爆可以有核爆，感觉可以提前往后点投，就这是肯定能炸到人的，可以说是肯定能炸到人的。
好的。
庶民常知道，肯定能炸到人的。你如果要做个伪装，就是你要这样投，你要向上投，然后核爆刚刚好飘到这里来，就是他会越过来，他这边后排的人他第一时间反应可能还不会躲，就是你要刚好飞过来，飞到这里炸，这个是比较经典。如果正面直接投的话也可以，但有可能他会有反应躲，虽然他也没地方躲，但是就是他会有反应躲。如果从上面飘过来炸的话，可能都没有反应躲。
好的。
Time to raise my APS.
I've got you in my sights. Огонь по готовности.
Graviton and we see 9. It's alright, yes. So play more high ground, and for the front line, you need to, I guess, know how to flank and engage. I guess that's most of the problems, and maybe the mechanics, I guess. We need to just do more boop, I guess. For the wrecking ball, you need to do more boop instead of pile driver.
Party engages, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I can work on that.
You want to work on that?
I can work on it, yeah.
Yeah, okay. 我在想，然后阵容的话，感觉不需要变，就这个阵容打对面阵容可以打，没什么问题，可以打阵容没什么问题。就现在这个阵容长短枪，一开始 一开始也是长短枪，只不过你们长短枪和短枪换了个位置。然后因为 Butter Cola 他是更擅长打长枪，所以以后 Paranoid 来打裂空、黑影这些短枪位，就是如果打长短枪的时候，就 Paranoid 来打短枪，然后让 Butter Cola 打长枪，这样子打。对。然后上图就讲到这儿，然后宜江塔那张图其实就只有一张小图像，
Now arriving at Lijiang.
就夜视想象。哦，这张也可以讲。
Ready for battle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
哦，我记得没错的话，好像有一个点，我说叫他们跳，他们一直不跳，然后我被消耗致死。
哦，这张图。这张图首先是爆点的问题，就是 Tracer 在这里爆点。昨天我也跟他讲过了，就是你看到对面全部往点里面落的时候要爆，对面就或者说你哪怕没看到，你看到桥上没人，就是你看到桥上没人，那你就知道了对面肯定是往左边走的。So for the scouting, if we are like doing echo or tracer, when you don't see the enemy players on the bridge, that means they are of course not running the right side. So when you see the bridge, there's no one, and when you see they are going left, you should tell our front line to try to flanking, just adjust their positioning. Like our Winston maybe need to go here instead of here, and our ball maybe need to play here to be prepared to engage instead of playing here, I guess. So when either Tracer or Echo find that they are not going through the bridge, which means they are running into the room, our frontline positioning need to be changed. Our ball need to play here, play closer, and our Winston can play point, or he can play at here, just playing near the point. And our Tracer still, you can wait in here and call to engage to their back line. Alright, the first fight is good. Second fight is... Oh, so this is a point when you can actually start a fight. Right.
对对，
Like when you see their Zen break, they're trying to cross. They're trying to go across. This is a point where you can start a fight. And I guess Echo is one which can see it, and Tracer should be waiting here. And when you see our their Zens working like this, and also our Winston saw it. Like when we saw it, it is a timing to engage. Even though you don't get kills, you can still live easily, I guess. You can still live. This is the best position, I guess. One of the best positions. Our Zen line of sight is really good here. And just try hard engage here. Try hard engage here next time.
Routing towards forward barrier.
先暂停一下，老板，
嗯
暂停一下，就他再往前一点点，
哦，我知道，就是这一直没有爆。
这边一块也应该也是可以跳的吧？
这边一块不太好跳，原因就是和尚的视野变差了。
和尚还是看得到，但是
就首先变得很远，对吧？首先变得很远，而且就不太能打到。但是这里不一样。
但是我当时想的是球就在旁边嘛，然后裂空那个位置也挺好的，可以直接过去强杀后排，我觉得。
我觉得就是 Echo 和和尚都会跟不上，Echo 和和尚都会跟不上。
位置也挺好的呀。
Echo 位置太远了，讲道理非常的远。我要看一下这波 engage。
我一直说能跳吧能跳，然后就是
跳不了，这边跳不了。这边能跳的 ，if you are trying to engage in this area, like if their team is always trying to moving here, moving through this tunnel, our ball and tracer, especially our ball, you can just wait at the high ground here. And if you are trying to set up an engage here, our ball should be waiting at the high ground, and do the pile driver here, and do the hard engage here. And all other teammates need to be prepared. Like our Zen should be played closer, and our Echo should be played closer. But I guess the point is you should be try to engage here instead of here. So our positioning is always based on engaging here. Our positioning is always based on engaging here. Then if you miss this chance, our positioning will be bad to engage here. Our positioning will be really bad to engage here. 就是这个意思，就是你如果错过了前点这一次机会，那我们的和尚 echo 位置再想开这边，他们就变得有点远了，就是这个意思。就所以 this is the best chance. If you miss this chance, there's no need to engage here, because our echo and Zen will be too far away. Their positioning is based on your engaging at this area, which is good. But if we engage here, it's too far away for them, too far away for our echo and Zen. If you miss this chance, just don't engage. Just choose to engage here at this point. All right. I have a jump on that.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Diva.
Time to raise my APM. APM 是我要把它
这时候怎么看到这一点印象都没有？原来上的不是我。
詹姆斯在。
我想了半天我都记不清。
Dein Schutzengel ist da.
Lifting up. Finishing them off. Flight routine active.
No problem. It's the engagement. Now play slow. Just play slow.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Yeah. There's no need to hard engage here. No need actually.
Helden sterben nicht.
You can just play slow.
Yeah.
Into the iris.
You can just I mean, you can hard engage here, but it's not the correct timing. Their diva is still at the back line, and they're all playing together, so it's really hard to engage at the Zen with protection from Matrix and Mercy. But if the diva is playing at the point, maybe it's better timing to engage at the Zen. Yeah. Just play slow, play at the point and stall the point. They are trying to attack the point. They are trying to engage on you, and after they hard push, their diva becomes a front line instead of the back line. Their diva matrix is used for their ball, for their tracer. Then it is time to engage in their Zen, because they will have not enough protection. 是不是就打太急了？
但是他上我也得跟啊。
对，我知道。
这个自己把自己做死是什么东西？
不是砸碎，是对面变了个假的球，然后坐下来之后一瞬间它又变回了那个，所以没有显示。 Alright, so next time we are trying to retake the point, go to the room alright, go to the room, and play slower, help our backline get closer. Our backline going to push to the point and play closer. 这个没什么说的。然后下次返场感觉可以直接换水妹，这个点还挺近，可以换水妹。
James。
Oh, by the way, when I mean going through the room, it doesn't mean that our tracer and ball you can still playing together and trying to flank here, while our backline need to go to the point, go to the room, go to the inside door. But our ball and tracer can just softly engage here and try to harass that backline, but don't do the hard engage. Play safe and don't do the hard engage.
Yeah.
This fight is it's a good engage, but don't do the follow up. Don't do the follow up. It's a really good engage. Tracer need to do the follow up.
I'm gonna have to shoot you down. Nerf this.
Wait, and we have bomb actually? We can actually do the bomb dive. I mean, you can just throw bomb here, and how? Yeah, just directly through the bomb here. 这个是完全可以核爆选手啊。Through the bomb here. I mean, the diva bomb is here. It will be a really good bomb. It will be a really good bomb.
Okay.
Lifting off. Heldensterben nicht. Schutz in
哦，刚刚这波 timing 是真的就运气不好，我反正飞那一下正好看不到回来，才给奶回来了。
Tracer.
拜
Will be
拜。
engage. 嗯，你说？
二队训练要开始了，
哦，
我
好的。
们换个 DC 好不好
反正我讲完了，我马上就讲完了，2分钟。
？OK。
Alright, so for this fight, the engage is good, but the follow up is not good enough. Also, we can actually engage better, which means we can throw the diva bomb first and to do the bomb dive. If you throw the diva bomb, then we're trying to move to the right side, which means he will be much closer to our tracer, and we can, if our ball hard engage him like near the point here, tracer can easily follow up. And even if the bomb doesn't kill the Mercy, and then our ball and tracer can do the follow up to kill the Zen here. We are trying to move to the point, right? There will be a better engage, but still a good engage, but our tracer doesn't do the follow up. So you need to know your target, which is a Zen, instead of playing with the ball. I mean, you can just flash across him, right? You can just ignore him and flash across to kill the Zen. You don't need to play with him. Kind of good, I guess. And also we have other screens, so the review is I need to end the review now because there's other screens. Do you have any other questions, especially for Cherry and Walmart? Do you have any other questions?
I think I got it.
Okay.
It was my bad. I didn't follow up.
It's okay. You're
yeah,
good. All right. So today's review is over, I guess, and looking forward for your next tryout. Next time, I guess you will do better. James 有什么要说的吗 ？James？ 哦，
没有啊，就是 tomorrow 啊。
Alright, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. You can DM me also. If you have questions, just DM me. Alright?
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay.
Alright.